You ever wake up one day thinking you finally made it, that your lifelong grind, the decades of busted knuckles and ramen dinners all added up to a slice of peace you actually earned? Yeah, well, let me warn you, in suburbia, there's always someone waiting to turn your American dream into a fever dream. And no, I'm not talking about some masked robber or wild raccoon. My villain wore shoulder pads, carried a clipboard, and ruled with an iron fist, the infamous chairwoman of our HOA. So buckle up, grab some popcorn. This one goes way off the rails. See, I bought my first real house after years crammed into a shoebox apartment. Finally, a patch of backyard, a couple bedrooms, a home office with a view of my own little piece of sky. For a few months, life was golden. Weekends, I'd mow the grass, plant tomatoes, maybe crack a cold beer in the shade of my oak, just soaking in the feeling that I'd made it. My neighbors were basically ghosts, nods, and waves, nothing weird. Everything was so picture perfect, I could have filmed a lawnmower commercial out there. Of course, I'd gotten the infamous HOA handbook at closing, 3 inches thick, packed with rules about mailbox colors and garden gnome height limits. I skimmed it, figured, hey, I'm a regular dude not planning to build a chicken coop or anything. So what could go wrong, right? Famous last words. Because one sweltering Tuesday, just as I'm admiring my new sprinkler seriously 360-degree rotation, things a marvel. I feel that hair-raising sense someone's watching me. Turn around and boom, she's standing there on my side of the fence, a black blazer gleaming under the sun, hair sprayed so stiff it could repel hail. She doesn't say hi. She doesn't blink. She scans my yard like she's sizing up enemy territory. This is unacceptable. She snaps, voice sharper than a credit denial. I'm genuinely lost, yards mowed, no rogue gnomes, trash bins tucked away. Then with a bony finger she points not at me, but at a patch of grass. That's a flagrant violation of Article 7, subsection B, paragraph 4. I swear I turned, expecting to see, I don't know, a portal to Narnia. There's nothing, just grass and a faded spot where my chair had been. Ma'am, there's literally nothing there. Her lip curls. Don't you lie to me. The Homeowners Association will not stand for this. And that's when it started, the war for my own backyard. The violation. She claimed I'd built a secret, unpermitted swimming pool. Not kidding. This woman was so deep into her own fantasy, she thought I'd hidden a pool beneath my lawn, complete with a camouflaged cover. When logic failed, I tried humor, ma'am. It's grass. Unless chlorophyll's now illegal, I think I'm good. She didn't budge. Clever deception. But the slight indentation, the way the ground settles, I can spot an unpermitted recreational water feature from 100 yards. That's a real quote. She wasn't just making it up, she believed it. And arguing with her was like trying to teach algebra to a potato. I tried, okay, even if I had an invisible pool, why wouldn't I get a permit? She cackled. Because you knew it would be denied. In-ground pools require a setback and a 6-foot privacy fence, which your installation does not meet. She scribbled on her clipboard, promised I'd get a violation notice, and flounced away, leaving me staring at my pool, which, just to be clear, was 100% grass. The next day, I get an envelope taped to my door. Official HOA letterhead, violation notice, $100 fine, $50 a day for every day. The structure remained. Suddenly, I'm living in an absurdist play. My peaceful street's now a battlefield, and I'm fighting an enemy only one person can see. I sent them photos, a narrated video of my foot not sinking into any vinyl cover, even got my neighbor, an old guy, quiet, keeps to himself, to sign a statement. You know what? I got back insufficient to refute the on-site findings. And then it got weirder. They accused me of running a pool pump at night. That distinctive hum, my AC unit. So I go out to confront her, thinking maybe face-to-face human decency will win. She won't even look at me, just mutters about low-frequency drone noises and tells me I have to prove I'm in compliance. Bring a shovel, I offer. Dig anywhere you want. She sniffs. I will not trespass to do your work for you. I know about the underground models, retractable covers, very popular in Europe. At this point, I realize I'm not just a rule breaker to her, I'm a criminal mastermind. She's built a fantasy so complex nothing I say can shake it. Days go by. I can't sleep. I start thinking maybe I am nuts. Maybe I sleep built a pool. But then comes the kicker, a summons. She's suing me for $50,000. $50,000. For lowering property values and creating a public safety hazard with my illegal pool. My savings, my house, my future, everything on the line for a pool that doesn't exist. That's when things shift. I get serious. Hired a lawyer, Mr. Thorne, sharp as a tack, hungry for a fight. I lay it all out, the old developer plans, whispers from my landscaper. About an abandoned community well under my lot, the mysterious fixation on my property. Thorne digs in, finds an ancient utility easement chairwoman's maiden name, granting her family maintenance rights for subterranean water. Suddenly, the pool's just a smokescreen. She wants access to what's beneath my yard, a forgotten aquifer probably worth a fortune. We switch to offense. Thorne subpoenas internal HOA communications financials, historic plat maps. I go full neighborhood historian, county records, old meeting minutes, the works. I find out her dad rezoned the whole subdivision, nixed the public well, and carved the land into private lots. The aquifer and the original easement are the real target. But the campaign ramps up mysterious muddy footprints, phone calls at night, my newspaper tossed in the middle of the lawn. Then the drone buzzing over my backyard, taking video, trying to catch me. I set up security cameras. That night I catch her herself sneaking into my yard with another board member trying to plant evidence of a pool, bags of vinyl liner, chlorine tablets, the works. I call the cops. They're arrested on the spot. Suddenly, the queen of the HOA is facing actual criminal charges. Court day comes. The chairwoman's a wreck. Thorne plays the footage for the judge, the mask slipping her face caught in infrared. She snaps, screaming about the water belonging to my family, my father. The judge drops the hammer, case dismissed with prejudice, full legal fees and punitive damages awarded to me, and a referral to the DA for perjury and conspiracy. And as the bailiff snaps the cuffs onto her wrist, the sound echoes through the courtroom. Sweetest music I've ever heard. She's not the queen anymore, just another crook in a blazer. So, yeah, my dream home almost became a nightmare. But I fought back. I learned the difference between playing by the rules and letting someone else rewrite them around you. And I'll tell you this, the only pool on my property now is the puddle from the sprinkler head she never figured out. Now I gotta ask, who's really in the wrong here? What would you have done if you were me? Drop your take in the comments. Let's talk justice, power, and what makes a real neighbor. And if you ever find yourself up against a suburban tyrant, remember the truth might take time, but when it hits like a brick through a beige window.